I believe after LSD, Patralekhaa didn't want to act with you in a student film because she thought you're such a creep.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
You know, one of the things that Patralekhaa told me about it was very sweet, and she told me that you never sort of get swayed by failure or success. Like she's known you for the last 3-4 years, and you've remained
5-6 years actually,
yeah. And you've remained the same.
I don't want to forget where I come from ever in my life. You know, that's probably the reason, you know, people ask me, how are you, how come you're so grounded and you're so real? Because I know where I came from. I know that, you know, it can just vanish any moment. So I really enjoy the moment. I try and live in the moment. I thoroughly enjoy it, but I don't want to think, you know, it's going to remain forever. Nothing lasts forever. For me, the process of filmmaking is more important than the result. You know, there'll be times, or there have been times where probably film won't work. But I don't want people to come out and say Raj was so bad and he was horrible in the film. So I want to work even harder. I don't want, you know, my sincerity to go and to get lost in being part of some project. My sincerity should be there like how it was when I started off. So probably that's the reason, you know, for me it's the work which is more important, and I genuinely am in love with what I do. So that's the only reason, you know, I think about acting and not about the byproducts. Like, you know, now my films are making money and I'm getting this much of money for my next film. All these things are just you know, they're just byproducts.
I believe after LSD, Patralekhaa didn't want to act with you in a student film because she thought you're such a creep.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because you're so convincing as the creep in LSD.
That's where we met actually, yeah. So after LSD, we were going to Pune, to FTI for one of the students' projects. And we were going together in a car, and she was just not talking to me. I was like, this girl is so rude, she doesn't even talk. And then of course we started chatting, and this is really funny incident. So I saw her for the first time in this commercial, Tata Docomo's commercial, where she shows her tattoo to her mother, lower back tattoo, and says, Amma. And Amma says, very nice. and I saw her, I didn't know who was this girl, and I thought, oh, this girl is so cute, yeah, somebody should marry her, she's so amazing. And then cut to after a month, I was traveling with the same girl, and I'm like, oh, she's that girl. And then of course she was being very rude, yeah. But then we started talking. Then then she realized I'm not the Adarsh from LSD. I'm Rajkummar. I'm a different guy. But I think we just connected. I think, you know, you have that. You just connect with someone. The energies, the vibe, whatever it is, the universe conspires. So then from there it just happened. We didn't start dating immediately. We got to know each other for a while.